You got to be oriented towards something, because otherwise you're disoriented. You just spin around in circles, and then you suffer.
Okay, this is a test run. I'm just starting to look up photos, trying to find a good photo for Spokane mud flood. So I'm trying to look up this particular picture, and it's going to be a picture with this building here. I think I have that tab open, maybe. Oh, jeez. Let's see. So this building is what I'm looking for. When you see these cages on top with the poles going up in the center. So this building has 4 different corners with these cages. So it's like a rectangular building. Yeah, I'm trying to find a better picture of that, because that's the picture I want for Spokane mud flood. And now I'm just looking through all these photos of historic Spokane, and there are a lot of very cool, very interesting photos. Can I continue without X? Is there an X somewhere? Oh, jeez. Great. I don't know if that's my dark background thing, but anyway, that's covering up the X. Sometimes it covers up the X on those pop-ups, and it's kind of annoying, but okay. I'll keep looking through here. Whoopsies. Huh? So there are some other cool buildings. That's so small, such a small picture, but that one, there's a lot. Let's see, I'm not sure what this is. So, I was driving yesterday. Oh, this is really cool. Huh, interesting. Building on a building, but I mean, you know, maybe it's just built like that. But yeah, that's very interesting. Let's see what else I can see here. So, anyway, I was coming back from the store yesterday. I happened to see this building that I wanted to look at, because it's a nice red brick building, and I'm gonna do a video on it soon, because I have some content that I just stopped and I took some quick video, and yeah, you can tell that there's some sections on there, at least that from the road, that it looked like that sections have been buried. I don't know anything about this building that I saw yesterday, but let me keep looking at some cool stuff here. This building yesterday, it just caught my eye, and it looks like it could be buried. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that right now Avista owns it, the power company. So Avista owns it. It's also right on the river. But yeah, it looks old, and this picture here. It's not the best picture, but this is a Spokane County Courthouse in Spokane, Washington, the Castle of Spokane. This has an interesting story that I'll get into on another video. Yeah, but this is definitely a candidate. We got buried windows. There's some pictures, hopefully I can find them when I do this video. There's some pictures of the excavation, doing some repair work on the outside. And they dig down here next to the building, and oh, hey, look, there's more of the building underground that, yeah, looks like it's been buried. But yeah, this is a really, really cool building. There's all these Antiquitech sort of fixtures up here. There's even right here, you can kind of see it here. I'll bring up some better pictures, hopefully. Here, there's gargoyles. That's pretty cool. And we've got this sort of archway thing here, and the trees just cover it, but there's 3 really tall arches. They're not windows, but they're just really tall arches in this tower. And this whole roof is a slate roof. I'll have to get the numbers, but they did a repair on the roof somewhat recently, and that costs, I don't know, a lot of money to do that. And I went around and photoed and videoed this building months ago. I don't know, in the summertime, last summer, or last fall, and there's a plaque on the backside, and it talks about because there's a jail that used to be behind here or something like that. I don't know if this was the jail, or sometimes the basement of this building was used as the jail or the prison or whatever. I don't know. I'm still not sure on the difference. One of them's county, one of them's whatever. Anyway, so the plaque tells the story of the creation of this building, but I think it's really specifically talking about the creation of the jail, the prison that was behind this building, that was built in, I don't know when. I'll have to get the numbers. I'll have to look. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't go into this much more, because that really has this whole video. But there's basically a discrepancy between what that plaque says and then what I found as the story that's posted online about this building. So they're very similar stories, but one of them's talking specifically about the courthouse. The other's talking about the jail that was built behind the courthouse. And they both say that, it cost this X amount of money to build this building in this date. So, yeah, that just caught my attention because, yeah, maybe that's just some point where the stories are not lining up. And here's 1900 Spokane, Washington. I hate Pinterest. Man, there's a lot of cool buildings. This building here is very interesting. There's so much to get into with Spokane. Spokane is definitely a candidate for this sort of stuff. Look at the layouts, the old layouts. There's pictures, these aerial views of the layouts of the city. Lots of these brick buildings here. Just like other cities, like all of these cities that are mud flood candidates, just like, there's of course in the 1900s there's a Spokane fire, this fire that destroyed the town, destroyed all these brick buildings, and then since all these buildings were torched, then they decided the firefighters decided to throw dynamite in these brick casings and destroy the evidence of these buildings, just so that the space could be freed up. So we got this stupid pop-up again. I really wish I could shut this really quick. But I'm looking right now at, nope, there is, okay. Wow, okay, whatever. So, over here, this building is a really cool one, and it no longer stands. I'll have to look more into that. There's quite a few buildings still standing. There's still quite a few also that have been destroyed. There's some schools around here that look pretty old. Yeah, there's this church here. This First Presbyterian Church. That's a magnificent church. Here's this other building that no longer exists. There's the watch. And see now this clock tower that used to be a train station. That one is something to get into also. And hey, that's a nice picture here with this 365 stupid modern poster thing up there. That was probably for some event or something, I guess. We had the Spokane Fair, the World Expo. The Spokane World Expo of 1974. So there were no temporary buildings really that were built for that. I don't think there were some permanent buildings like down here. There's this thing here. Man, I don't know how well this is going to show up with all these small pictures. I really have to get more into a lot of this. There's a lot of content to cover, I think, with Spokane. So that is pretty cool. Oh, that's Milwaukee. What does that have to do with it? Milwaukee. Huh. Okay. Yeah, this. That building there. And this one, definitely this one. Antiquitech on the roof. We've got Washington Power is what the building is. And it's right on the river here too. So on a different river from the building that I came across yesterday. I don't know what this is. I saw this. This caught my eye here too. I am not sure where exactly that is. See map. Let's check that out. But this just looks like melted, or just over time. I don't know. Maybe not melted, but what else? I should probably not go too much longer. Oh, that's a great picture. Look at that. Oh, there it is. Huh. I don't recognize that. Oh, maybe I do. Huh. Man. Let's look through these pictures really quick. 1909. 1909. Can't zoom in, of course. Okay. Whoopsies. Okay, that one. Spokane, Washington. Read 1911. When was Spokane founded? I don't know. Maybe 1860s or something. I don't know. Something around there. Maybe earlier. Probably earlier. This building, this gray building here, is a very cool one. We got a griffin on the corner. It reminds me of a sort of church style, or of like a Celtic style, which it's kind of similar to the Tartarian style. These three sort of thing here, all the arches, and we got shields across. That's cool. And then we got the modern parkade building in the background, of course, that lovely tower there. That's the most beautiful thing there, huh? Right? WP Fuller. Something. That's cool too. Lots of this stuff in this area. Now this, I don't know if this still exists. We got STCU here, so it's probably a modern. I don't know anything about this building, but that's a nice red brick building. Looks like the window is right on the floor there, so maybe this is a mud flood candidate also. We're at 12 and 13 minutes. Let's see, how long should we go here? Let me just cover the rest of these pictures. Oh, that's beautiful. Huh. This is really cool. This is magnificent here. So we've got the downtown side, which is over here. We got the South Hill on this edge, on the right edge of the picture. There's a really cool church on the South Hill. Not sure what this exposition is towards the top right. That looks more like the industrial area. Spokane Falls and your natural resources, the variety and extent of which are not equaled by any city in the world. Man, yeah. There's just something about these cities that, they're just in such perfect places that there's got to have been something in these places before the colonies came, or the colonists came over and explored the West, which wasn't till, I don't know when, but it wasn't till quite later, So, but this is 1890, this picture here. I wonder what this little thing is here. This is just looking really weird. I mean, it's a weird angle. I don't quite recognize it. It's hard to see exactly. Oh, but there's the falls there, so it's got to be going this way. Okay, yep. So this is the north, and we got Okanagan, Big Bend, Kootenai County. Coal, oil, and natural gases towards the top right. Tobacco plantations, stock ranges, farming district, and fine timber. Hobson Wall Fruit and Farming. Yeah, wow. I guess I should have. Oh, we can zoom in that way, I guess. But it's, yeah, very cool. Let's see. Can I do? No. Can I do this? So, so now there's train tracks here too. Hey, there's a train right here coming this way, going through there. So that's on the north side of the river. Huh. Lots of train tracks out here too. Well, okay, I'm good with this picture. Let's go see what else there is here. Let's see what we got. Might be a few more at the bottom, but let me see here. That's a creation. Oh, is it the Maple Street Bridge? Hey, hey. There we go. This building is what I'm looking for. Also, really quick, let's start over here and check out the power poles with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another set, so maybe 10 different cross arms holding all these wires. And this other power pole, I think there's this power pole and then another one behind it or something. So that back one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can see, maybe 6 up here. Lots of wires going around. We got this building here. I don't think it stands. I wonder if this building does, because there are some buildings on this street that still stand that look old. I mean, but this top on that's very nice. Isn't that cool? So now we get over to this building. Now you can see, yeah. Oh, but they're just flagpoles, right? Yeah. With this half dome here, and then with this sphere here. Those are very important for the flagpoles. We need to have those on our flagpoles, on all 4 of them on this building, right? Yeah, well, maybe they're not flagpoles. Maybe not. So, but that's a picture of the building that I want as Spokane mud flood, because I think that it's the red brick building, very beautiful, even though it's kind of plain, but then it has the Antiquitech on the top. So my theory is that it would collect power from the river that runs through here, and this bridge is being created over this river. There's the river. So it's collecting power, and then maybe it's transmitting it through those antennas. I guess that's how the technology worked. I don't know. You know, anybody else know? We're all just kind of making assumptions off of this stuff. I mean, so anyway, there's some other cool buildings here. I like this rounded building it's a rounded corner there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Spokane, Washington. Spokane, as some people say, Spokane, Washington. And then this hill here. Oh, hey, we got the mobsters over there. So then this hill here looks like a lot of clay and dirt and yeah, I wonder if some of these buildings are buried then up there. That looks like that has buried windows. Look at that. Hey. And this one might still stand here on the right. And that definitely has some buried windows. And I'm checking the time here. We're at 18:50, 19 minutes or so. Yeah. So yeah, that building definitely has. Man, okay, this has turned it into quite a video. But yeah, there's a lot of mudflood candidates. This church here, ooh, that's a good thing to see. This church here has been there for quite a while. I need to get the date on this picture. And there's the news building, which is a sort of triangular shaped building with this tower on the front corner of the first corner of the triangle, and it's going back, and it's kind of like a Y shape, I guess. But this church here, I should do some more research on that church. There is a lot of research to be done in Spokane, Washington. We got this building here too. We got the I don't know, just the look of it just seems similar to other styles, other Tartaria. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Let's reset that. Okay, that's the proper zoom in level there. So we zoomed out a bit from where we were at. Yeah.
Your physical boundaries in time and space, and your fundamental physiological insufficiencies as they might be judged by others.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. What else do we have to look at? So that's the Monroe Street Bridge. What is... Oh, 1911. We'll have to go through the history, the stated history of Spokane also here. Okay, so there's a few more. Let's start at the back here. Division Street Bridge collapse, 18th December 1915. From the south, looking northward. Ah, such a tiny picture. Let's zoom in. Got a bridge collapse. We got these power poles. Lots of wires going across, telegraph or whatever. I was going to say telegram, but that's not the right one. Let's see. So, what else? Huh. 1914. Fully built out. Look at the suburbs going way back there. Houses all along there. It's like dense up to this point here, and then maybe there's still some houses there. It's hard to tell because it's just white specks back there, but very dense city, fully built out in 1914. We'll have to look more into that. 1914, fully built out. I should be taking notes on this. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this, for this stuff. So this tall building, maybe that's buried. I don't know. You can't tell anything from this picture. But yeah, there's lots of buildings here, pretty old. We got the mud streets. That's something to note. We got our trolley cars on rails. Those no longer exist. Those haven't existed for quite a while. But yeah, nicely mudded streets. Very interesting. Okay. What else? Mud still in the streets. We got some sidewalks. I'm noticing that. So that's done, but the mud is still there. Horses. Yeah, pretty cool buildings here. There's this one, which I think is connected. This looks maybe like the Davenport building. I'm not sure. From Riverside, Stevens from Riverside Avenue. So I'll have to go downtown and take a picture of that. Not much I can see on that. Although this looks awful low there. I can't see the grade, so I can't tell if it's sloped. If it looks like it's buried. Then we're back to this. Okay. Let's start it off with this one. This set. Yeah, man. Lots of cool pictures. Let's see if this map loads. I forget where this map even was, what this map even was of. But, oh, it was that building that tavern just closed. From that brick building that looked like it was melted. But I don't think it was really melted, but that kind of had that destroyed look that looks similar to some buildings that people claim to have been melted. Okay, I think that's good for this one. That's a cool picture. Lots of stuff to look at. Yeah. Okay.
They're part of our culture, perhaps, but
That's that same building that had the flagpoles on the top, the four corners.
it's worthwhile
I
to
think
treat
that's
that
the
with
same.
respect,
Yeah,
so
that
that
should
you
all
don't
be the
get
same
away from
building.
it.
This one.
And
That's what it looks like
the
now.
cares when
Washington
it's
Power.
down, let's say. So
Huh. There's a picture of it too. Let's see if we can zoom in here.
story of Noah ends.
This is a tiny
The
picture.
thing too is Noah is actually
Okay, we're at 25 minutes. I think no more than 30 minutes is a good time.
one of the things that makes hams
Wow, let me go back to it. So I was just looking at
more
this other
precious
picture.
is that
This one,
maybe God
no.
just built an ark and got everybody through the flood, man, you know? It's not so bad. And
Well,
so
there's
maybe
this one.
the fact that he happened to drink too much wine one day wasn't
Also,
enough to justify humiliating
go
him.
mad, nomad.
And you know, I don't think it's pushing
They said facts, 10 facts you don't know about Spokane, Washington. So what I was interested in this picture was this archway here. That looks really cool. I want to get a closer picture of that. I mean, it looks, I'm just wondering what material it is, what sort of brick or stone or whatever it is.
from things that we can't even imagine, and we don't have to imagine because we're so well protected.
So, there's the Davenport Hotel, and I mean, that seems like, that's a very beautiful building. It seems like it could be old also. I don't know anything about the dates of creation for that one.
And it does seem to me that anyone who lives in the West,
Yeah, so far I've not been too successful like at
in history and in this place,
finding stuff that's interesting enough to to interest other people into spending their time on this, on researching this. Hey, check out this building, mud flooded. So a lot of the things about these buildings, like you just notice it after a while. It's just the aspect, like the ratio of the building is off. Like this just seems like a short building. It's got this pretty big tower here, but it just seems like it should be another couple stories or something. Maybe even 3 stories. I don't know if it should be that. You know, I don't know if it was actually that, but you know, it just seems short. And maybe I'm way off. Maybe it's only like another half a floor, because maybe this is the basement or the ground floor level, but it still looks buried. We got all these archways that are short down here. Those should definitely be taller. It should be going down here another 4 feet, 6 feet. I don't know. But I wonder if there's another floor below that. I guess I gotta add music to this too. I should have been playing some JBP Wave in the background. Okay. Getting close to time, 27, 28 minutes. That is a cool drawing. Wow. All these power poles. 1, 2, if we count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll count. No, that's not a different one. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I wonder if it's doubled up on the back, so that'd be 16 if it is. So 12 to 16, 12, let's say 12 of those though. All of these power poles with all of that. I wonder what time period this is supposed to have been in.
about the same time, and you know, we decided jointly to get our
Edison Electric Illuminating Company Station.
She's actually done better than
Constructed by the Washington Water Power Company.
in our entire marriage, which is unbelievable.
So, Washington Water Power Company, Edison Electric. So yeah, so that brings up the question. I wonder if these people that we are all told about, that we all know of, like Edison and you know whoever else, like I wonder if they were just part of this group who kind of reclaimed these buildings. This building still stands here too. This is a different building. There in the corner is the other building. Let's see if I can zoom in a little. Okay, this will have to be like the last photo we look at. But so the back there is the Antiquitech building. Yeah. But yeah, this still stands. I wonder wonder what this is. I wonder if this is concrete or if this is brick with some sort of concrete layer over top. I don't know if I can zoom in down there. It's hard to tell. Yeah. But this definitely still stands. And that's a beautiful picture to leave off with. Thanks for watching. I hope I spark interest in people to look into this sort of stuff. I have been interested in it for a number of months now. Probably, well, I guess since, well, maybe a year. Maybe a year. So, lots of questions. Not too many answers. Not too many theories. People are trying to, people speculate on what happened exactly. I really am quite undecided, but I try to listen to all the theories, just to see what other people are thinking. And then in my mind I can smack them down like whatever, It's like a lot of people who believe in this stuff are flat earthers, and well, okay, this will be the end of the video. So a lot of people who believe in the Tartarian stuff, they talk about flat earth. I'm not convinced with flat earth. I mean, I haven't seen the spherical nature of the earth myself, but I've talked to some people who used to go boating, and they claim, you go out 12 miles, and that's where you start to see the buildings disappear. You can see the curve, you can see the tops of the buildings when you're out at 12 miles, but you cannot see the base of the buildings. So that means that the earth is coming up in between the building and your eyesight. It's coming up from the ground, so there's a curve where it's coming up. So to me, that says that the earth is not flat, but hey, at least if people are talking about the flat earth, then I think they might be on my side, as in I think they might be more open to looking into Tartarian stuff and alternate history stuff and whatever else. So anyway, I guess that's it for the video. Thanks again for watching. I don't know how often I'll be doing these videos. I'm gonna try to, I'm just starting this stuff up, so I'm gonna try to, I'll just see what I can do. A lot of content, but I don't want to spend a ton of time doing it, so I want to try to be efficient with it, because I got lots of other stuff on that I'm trying to do too. So, but yeah, let's see if we can keep the conversation going, or get more of a conversation going. Awesome. Peace, love, and anarchy. Bye bye.